Hello, welcome back to the Integrated Leader Podcast. I am Lauren Marie, and this is episode 4 in our series, Communicating Your Worth Without Sounding Like a Jerk. So far, we've talked about visibility gaps, how to translate unseen work into real value, and the actual phrases that help. But today I'd like to pause and ask a deeper question. Why does this still feel so uncomfortable, even when we know it's necessary? Because let's be honest, it's not just about language. There is something emotional at play and something that is internal. You've probably felt it, that tightness in your chest before speaking up in a meeting, the instinct to downplay your role, the fear of sounding arrogant, overconfident, or attention-seeking, and you're not alone. This discomfort is real, and it's rooted in how we've been conditioned. Many of us were raised or trained in systems that reward modesty and penalize visibility. And we've absorbed beliefs like good work should speak for itself. If I say too much, I'll be seen as self-centered. I do not want to seem like I'm climbing. And so even as we grow in responsibility, we carry those internal restraints. And I'm curious what yours are, because we can confuse visibility with vanity. And we can confuse self-expression with self-importance. But leadership requires us to transcend that confusion. Here is something I have seen in coaching again and again. People don't resist communication tools. They resist self-betrayal. They do not want to, you do not want to sound like someone you're not. That's why even well-meaning tips like use power words or sell your wins fall flat. Because if the language doesn't feel integrated, aligned with your deeper values, it can feel fake. So the work isn't just external, it is also internal. It's about asking, what do I believe about being seen? What story am I telling myself about people who speak confidently? Where did that story come from? And do I want to keep living in it? Beloved Brené Brown writes in Dare to Lead, you can't get to courage without rumbling with vulnerability. That vulnerability, it's the moment you choose to speak with clarity, even when your inner voice says, maybe you're too much. Here's the reframe. Communicating your worth is not about claiming credit. It's about creating clarity inside the organization. When you speak up about what you have done, what you see, or what you know to be true, you're not just helping yourself. You're helping the team make smarter decisions. You're making the system healthier. You're showing others what's possible. And here's the trick to make it feel more natural. Don't say it to prove it. Say it to equip. You could try this. I want to name this in case it's useful for the next time. Or, I am sharing this so we can build a pattern we can repeat. When you position your voice as service, the ego part falls away. What remains is presence, maturity, and alignment. Today's action is a journaling one. I'd like you to take 5 minutes and finish these 3 prompts. 1. I hold back in meetings when I'm afraid that. 2. If I spoke clearly about my value, I would feel. And 3. One story I inherited about being visible is just writing without editing. Then reread it and ask yourself, is this a belief I want to carry forward? Or a script that I'm ready to rewrite? Thank you for sitting with this one. Communication isn't just about words. It's about what we believe we're allowed to say and who we believe we're allowed to be. Tomorrow we'll wrap up this series with a practical episode on how to make visibility a regular habit without needing to hype yourself or chase attention. I'll see you tomorrow on the Integrated Leader Podcast.